Good day to you one and all. It is I, Justin Hawkins, and this is Justin Hawkins Rides Again, my YouTube channel. Today is a great day. It's a glorious day. I spent the afternoon preparing a playlist for you of my favourite Foreigner songs. It's called Jussie's Foreigner Introduction. There'll be a link to it in the description here. I'm going to do the theme tune and then talk to you about Foreigner for a little bit. Justin Hawkins Rides Again. Could say it's a dad rock episode. Definitely is a dad rock episode. Speaking of dads, I remember I bumped into Mick Jones from Foreigner outside of, I think it was the Bowery Ballroom or somewhere where we were playing in New York, and I was really thrilled that he was there. I think at one time he was the stepfather of Mark Ronson, you know, the very, very famous modern producer who only makes hits. Mark Ronson used to wear a Darkness t-shirt, I think because Mick Jones had given it to him. It's all come full circle, hasn't it? That's the reality of it. It's the circle of life. This is what they were talking about in The Lion King. Okay, Foreigner is a British/American rock band. I think they were called Foreigner because whichever country they happened to be in, there would always be a foreigner, or at least one of them or more would be. They originally formed in New York City in 1976. In 77, Foreigner released its self-titled debut album, the first of 4 straight albums to be certified at least 5 times platinum in the US and A. Yeah, the first song I put on there feels like the first time from that record. I love the way that's got that sort of offbeat boom, 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 and it's the kick drum, it's a bass, but it's also like I think he's hitting the bell of a ride cymbal, clung, clung, and it's just, I don't know, it's really vibing. I always think it takes balls to be a bass player that does those ones. That's the bass line. And then the bass line is on the 1 and the 1. It's on, yeah, it's basically on every beat. So you hear a lot of rock bass lines, they're always like, I would climb any mountain. But it's nice. I would climb any mountain. It's just a totally different approach. Makes it sound like Survivor, or there's loads more space in it. I don't know. It doesn't feel like Foreigner, whilst they're all brilliant musicians, that it never feels like they're jostling for position and nobody's stepping on anybody else's toes. They all understand their role and they do the right thing for the song. It's super impressive. I also feel like some of the arrangements and the layering of the backing vocals and so on, it actually reminds me of Queen and its sprawling ambition. Cold as Ice is like that. You know this one probably. Yeah, Cold as Ice. I mean, most people know that one, or at least are aware of it. It's worth a detailed listen, though, so I stuck it on the playlist nonetheless. Then I chose 2 songs from the album Double Vision. Hot Blooded is the most obvious one, mainly because I really love the way, if you're DJing, those of you that do DJ, you can play Hot Blooded, and then you play The Funky Cold Medina by Tone Loc. Or Tone Loc, not sure how to say that actually. And you'll find it's exactly the same riff. I think it's actually a sample. But yeah, Hot Blooded, Funky Cold Medina. Brilliant. There's some questionable lyrics in all of this stuff, really. I do think it's of its time. When men were men and, you know, everybody else was frightened. Now you move so fine. You move so fine. Let me lay it on the line, etc. You get the picture. It's of its time, but it's still got a great riff and it feels good. That's the one where they're properly like a... Then from the same record, I chose this brilliant ballad called You're All I Am. I mean, it sounds fairly generic and does what you'd expect it to do until it comes to this sort of diminished chord just before the chorus. I'll show you what I'm talking about.
Life would treat a man so wrong.
When the odds were all against me, you gave me the strength to carry on. Oh, sometimes he has the ability to send shivers down your spine, and other times he makes you laugh. You know, Lou Gramm is one of the great singers. Check him out. Then I chose two songs from Foreigner 4, which is the album that was produced, I think, by Robert John Mutt Lange, who went on to do... actually, he'd already done 2 AC/DC albums at that point, and then he went on to do all the Def Leppard stuff and the big 80s things that he's sort of renowned for. But I think Waiting for a Girl Like You is... I mean, it's got to be in the top 10 mid-paced rock ballads of all time. And there's hardly any guitar going on in it. I actually had dinner with Mutt Lange once, and I said to him, are there any guitars on it? He said, yeah, there's a lot of sneaky stuff going underneath the surface. But, you know, he's a guy who really, as a producer, he's basically pioneered a load of techniques that everybody else does now. I think in this early 80s period is when he's really cutting his teeth and inventing the sound of rock for that whole decade, really. This album's part of that. So Waiting for a Girl Like You. So I've been looking too hard, I've been waiting too long.
I've been looking too hard, I've been waiting
for a girl like you to come into my life. I've been waiting for someone who...
I've been waiting for a girl like you.
I've been waiting for someone new to make me feel alive. Yeah, waiting. Oh, it's a saucy vocal, it really is. All right, the other one I was going to play to you was this.
You get around, you wanna fly, don't want your feet on the ground.
Yeah, so I put Urgent on there. It's a great one for in clubs and discos and stuff. It's got that Mutt Lange sound. Every element of it just is so well produced. It's brilliant, and it's got a great saxophone solo towards the end as well. It's not supposed to be a trumpet, sorry. It doesn't sound anything like that. And then I put 2 songs from Agent Provocateur. Provocateur. I Want to Know What Love Is. I don't even need to play that. You know how that song goes. Gonna take a little time to think things over. Better read between the lines in case I need it when I'm older. Oh God, it's brilliant. Great video as well.
I wanna know what love is.
And then I put a song on that even I'm not that familiar with. It's certainly something that you'd consider to be a deeper cut. It's called Down on Love, and it's another song from Agent Provocateur. Check this out. I love foreigner ballads. Have you noticed?
Some people stay all alone and hide. They don't even wanna know the reason why.
I love any line in a song that starts off with some people. Some people stand in the darkness, afraid to step into the light. And this one is some people stay all alone and hide. Some people stand in the darkness. It's the same sort of thing. Some people don't live their lives to the fullest. And I think you'll agree that if you're not listening to Foreigner, you're one of those some people. Check it out. Check out my playlist. It's only supposed to be an introduction. If you already were aware of Foreigner, then Please, thank you for permitting me the indulgence and all this stuff. If indeed you weren't aware of the deeper cuts of Foreigner, you are welcome. There's so much brilliant music there, and this is just the tip of the iceberg. Justin Hawkins writes again. Again. I could almost say that Foreigner 4 is a top to bottoms bangers version. You know, I could do an episode like that, really. Right then, I must bid you adieu. I'm going to go upstairs, sit in my boudoir, and listen to Foreigner. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and watch one of these 2 videos. Yeah! Nice one!